we stand and fight.
But it's on my mind, these thoughts can't get them off my head. I don't feel alive, kinda had this feeling for it's been a while. I don't even know your name, it's strange that I keep you closer than my friends.
Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to another Valhalla Campbell Valorant game. I hope all you guys are excited. I know I'm excited. So tonight we are going to be featuring Nitro, which is the team we have not featured yet for Valorant. To give you guys a little rundown of the team, we have Unstoppable, aka Ben. We have Will Mark, aka Will. We have a 4-slot Toaster, aka Atlee. We have a Morty Gluckin, aka Owen. And we have Not That Dumb, aka Ethan. And honestly, I believe that that Nitro is still undefeated. So they're looking forward to keep the record up tonight. I believe that the team that they were playing is a little lower in the conference, in the division. So of course, hoping to keep that hot streak, keep the record going. And be able to really just kind of lock in and find the win here tonight. Unfortunately, we were planning on streaming Smite, but had a forfeit go their way, so a little unfortunate there. But of course, that gives us the opportunity just to stream Nitro. Of course, I typically would be featuring a pre-match interview that I don't know if we're going to be doing tonight, so I apologize for that. Things have been a little bit of a mess today in here, kind of from myself specifically and from a bunch of people, so do excuse us if we're a little sloppier today. But no matter what, we will, of course, be featuring the post-game interview and with the coach and with potentially 2 or 3 of the players as well. So definitely looking forward to seeing how the match goes. And as soon as we get the green light here, obviously I will get it started. Just currently waiting for, again, the green light. I don't know much about the other team, unfortunately. I have not done my research. Again, being changed at the last minute kind of threw us all a little off guard. But definitely looking forward to a good match here, and obviously with the patch notes and everything coming out, we're gonna see some new characters that we probably haven't seen in a little while or maybe ever before, and it'll be really interesting to see how this Nitro team handles the new changes and how they really handle and adapt to new comps and a little bit of an uncomfortable map for them as well. So. Again, currently still just waiting for the final okay, still figuring some things out. I want to take the initiative and apologize for last night. Unfortunately, we still haven't figured out our Wednesday schedule yet. So obviously it's either Apex or Rocket League, but we have not really figured out a caster and all this stuff. As myself as the main Rocket League coach and we have the main Apex coach, both of us obviously coaching instead of casting. So we're still trying to figure something out, but expect Wednesdays that we will be live now most of the time, whether that be Apex or Rocket League. And then obviously, of course, all of the other days we will still be live no matter what. So Mondays, you guys will still get me. I'll still be here casting Fortnite for you guys. And then, of course, Tuesdays, Overwatch. And as far as I am concerned, I think that's going to be the new duo of Coach Kyle and Coach Maddie. Again, I have no confirmation on that, unfortunately, so I can't give you guys any set in stone details when it comes to that, but I believe that they're going to be your Tuesday night casting duo. And then, of course, Thursdays, you guys will get me and potentially a guest. Tonight, I don't have one, but sorry, we're trying to figure out an issue here with the lobby. So I apologize if I'm a little out of it, little kind of focused on that. And of course, we're still trying to figure some other things out with the streaming schedule as well. We have a bit of a we have a tournament coming up. Sorry, I really blanked there, especially with potentially getting some news. We have a tournament coming up, a Valhalla Stay Plugged In showcase, and you guys will potentially get the opportunity to see some of it live. I might be up here giving you guys some casting play-by-play stuff if Rocket League is unable to make a team. That obviously is still up in the air, but we will be, of course, casting Valorant if that does not happen. And honestly, I would love to have the opportunity to do that for you guys, especially kind of higher stakes matches. These kids having the opportunity to play in front of a lot of colleges, a lot of college eyes and directors and recruiters and all that stuff. So potentially a big deal for them. So obviously, we're coming out with our potentially strongest rosters and trying to do our best to get people in front of the camera that need to be in front of the camera. And that's kind of why I would love to be able to stream it for you guys and be able to pull them up here and get to talk to them as well. But, of course, still uncertain about that yet. Still kind of waiting for some feedbacks and expectations from that. And I apologize here, just getting a quick update. So All right. So now at any point, and I believe as soon as I get the thumbs up here, the match will be starting, and we will be good to go. Sorry, again, just a little messy tonight from at least this match. But we are very close to starting. I apologize for the little delay that we are currently seeing. But hopefully this is just building the anticipation for you guys. I love Valorant. I really do. Even though it's not a game that I play very often, or obviously I'm not the coach for anything, but I love Valorant. I come in here as much as I can and hang out with all the Valorant students. Of course, I love to get to cast it. So as soon as we are ready, we will get going here. Again, just kind of waiting for that last confirmation. Sorry, just turning myself up a little bit just so you guys can hear me a little better. And still currently waiting for the signal. Dealing with some technical difficulties, some lobby difficulties. Nothing for the stream or anything, so don't you guys worry. I'm not going anywhere. But yeah, just some technical difficulties. So I apologize again. Not much we can do at this point, but skipping to other news. Well, I guess that's probably all the news that I have. I already talked about the showcase. Oh, actually, I do have some news. We are, I believe, 1 week away from closing out the season, either this week or next week being the last week of the regular season. So now moving into postseason, and of course looking forward to that, as really kind of the stakes are even higher. Of course, myself speaking from my coaching role, and a lot of the other coaches in here really wanting to win and take home that banner, especially now that we've been open for a little while now. I mean, a year, which is absolutely crazy to think about how we've been open for a year. But now that we've been kind of gotten our feet under us and gotten that foundation built up, having been open for a year, we are looking forward into bringing more banners here. Obviously, we currently have 2, which you guys can't see, but one is right above me and the other one's off to my right a little bit. But we are obviously, our goal is to fill this place with banners and really make sure that everybody knows that we're the best Valhalla. I mean, there's no other way to put it, really. Again, still just kind of waiting here. And when it comes to the stream for playoffs, so playoff format will change a little bit. I don't know for all the games. I know at least for Rocket League, they will be best of 7s and all that. But it will be longer games. It will be a little bit more of a grind. And we will be live for all of them. So if you can't make it in the arena, or want to watch your kid, or want to watch your friend's kid or whatever compete, then we'll be live. Of course, you guys will get me, other than potentially for Overwatch and when Rocket League is going on. But nothing too crazy, again, as we just kind of wait here for the delay that we are still waiting on. And I really don't have much news on it, so I cannot talk too much about the state of the match as we are getting set up. Some information would be great. That way I can tell you guys. And I apologize. I have to apologize, of course. Typically, we're not waiting this long for a delay. Again, I don't totally know what's happening. I've not given any news or anything. But typically, the matches start much more on time than they are tonight. So you will have to, again, excuse all of us as we deal with these technical issues. Okay. All right. So looks like I might actually get a little bit of a news reporter and a pregame interview of good old assistant Valorant coach, Coach Connor here. So, Coach Connor, first I want to talk about, do you have any update on the technical difficulties that are going on?
Yeah, so one of the...
Go ahead.
Okay. One of the players on the other team loaded into a match beforehand. So he tried to switch accounts, but the account he switched to was not registered on their roster. So we're trying to figure out the whole situation there. We might have, and the other team might end up having to forfeit the match, unfortunately. I'm not 100% sure. That's the old issue with unregistered accounts is we don't know if it's actually him playing. So unfortunately, we can't let them play on that account, even if it is him, just because there is that unknown. So we're just waiting for admins to be like, give us either the go ahead to play, or just be like, hey, this match can't happen.
Okay.
Or maybe the kid will be able to get into his account.
Yeah.
Which I hope, because they're all been ready for tonight, so I hope they all can play.
Of course. So I guess now kind of transitioning, and since I have you up here, of course, I'm gonna talk about the match a little bit if it does happen. So what have you been preparing a little bit with Nitro as a kind of lock in here and determine what they're gonna do?
So we've chosen to go for a little bit more aggressive team comp.
Okay.
Choosing to give up the sentinel role, which is normally used on defense to lock down a site, to take double duelist, double initiator.
Okay, interesting.
That way, we just play retake on defense, kind of give the site up to them, and then come back with full force. And then that way, our attack will be much stronger.
Yep.
Because Split, the map we're playing on, is a very defender-sided map, it's very hard to take rounds on attack. So we've decided lean into the attack super heavy, since defense is already pretty easy. Focus on the harder aspect of the map.
And attack being something that you guys harped on, yourself and Coach Ben talked about quite a little bit tonight. Are you really hoping to see some improvements here, especially with a more attack-favored comp?
Yeah.
So, and if you don't mind, if you can elaborate a little bit about if there's anything specific that you're hoping to see from Nitro with them on attack.
Oh, yes. So we have a few setups that we've gone over. We're going to try to take mid control of the map because controlling the middle of the map is very important. It cuts off very quick rotates for the defenders. So we're going to try to punish them for giving up that mid control if we can get control of it. It allows our team to control majority of the map, which on Valorant, taking space and controlling it is super, super important. Where us taking that mid control makes the defenders have to rotate through their spawn, which is much longer than rotating through mid, which will then give our team that's attacking the site directly to essentially take a 3v2 or a 3v1, maybe a 3v3 if they have stacked a site, and kind of slow down their defense rotating back. And that way we have a lot more control. And we're not just 5-man running down the main site and then giving the enemy team essentially the rest of the map to do whatever they want.
Perfect. So, and you talked a little bit about the defensive strategy of retake. How more specifically are you hoping to play that? Maybe like first touch kind of style, or full retake, or what are you telling the guys? Especially start of the game because we're on defense first. What are you telling them first round?
Yep. So first round, just play normal. We're just gonna have a 2-1-2 setup. So 2 people on A, 1 person watching mid, and 2 people watching B. That mid player is going to be our breach. Breach has a lot of util that has really long range, so he can assist with both sites if need be. But we're doing the 2-1-2, make it nice and balanced. But essentially, we don't have that controller or the sentinel to control the site. So we're gonna do first contact, maybe kind of figure out where they're at, and then pull back. We're not gonna just sit on site and wait for them to push us. We are going to essentially give them the site. Try to not take any damage as possible, or very minimal if we do. Play retake, regroup, come up with an idea, and then 5-man attack the site. We're essentially going to be playing offense on defense. So
Perfect.
that's our game plan.
Very interesting. Well, I guess we are. I would assume we're probably close to getting started here. So
Hope so.
if you wanna hang out, obviously you're more than welcome. If you wanna go get locked in with your team, of course.
I'm going to go talk to my team, see
Yeah,
how they're
absolutely.
feeling.
You know, the ice has got to be in their veins for this one. It's been a little bit of a long drag going on here. So, but we appreciate you coming up and answering some questions, Coach Connor. Alrighty, so as you guys heard it here first, we believe we should be, okay. Again, still waiting for just a final verification that we are good to start. And hearing from Coach Connor that it's very interesting that they are really attacking the weaknesses of both Nitro and Smite. You know, something that was talked about all practice tonight for both teams was that weakness of attack and how we can attack it. And now Nitro is very directly attacking, you know, the attacking on both sides is a very interesting style for them to play, and it will be really interesting to see how they handle that style of play. So it looks like everybody is in the lobby, so as soon as I get the go-ahead, the okay, we will get it started. Again, I apologize for the very long delay. Definitely testing myself and Nitro, and honestly the other team's abilities, as they are now doing something, so they need to get out of the range or wherever they're in. We are still waiting though, so. And Coach Connor giving them some last minute coaching advice as well, which obviously we love to see. And again, still just kind of waiting. I apologize. I really don't have much to fill the air with at this point. I got all my news and everything out. As we see all of their, well, you guys don't see, I see. Everyone is getting in the range. Everyone from this starting Nitro roster getting in the range, making sure that they're warmed up and locked in. And And looks like hearing a little bit of the conversation going on to my right that you guys cannot hear. Looks like we're gonna play. We want to play at least. But it looks like we might just be taking the forfeit. They might not have an option here, so I don't know what that means for you guys. Obviously, it might mean it's a very short stream. Maybe we can figure something out. At this point, again, I do not know. So please bear with me and us here as we figure out these issues. Typically, we do not have these issues, but every once in a while. And I will kind of make this maybe I should announce this at the beginning of every stream. Nothing here is perfect, you know. We are all humans at the end of the day, and we are not the only people in control of our matches. So, when it comes to all of that stuff, we are not only waiting on ourselves and on all of us, but also on the other team and all their technical issues as well. So, again, thank you for bearing with us as we continue to go here. And I do believe that we will be playing, so at least some good news there that the match will be going on, will be happening. Again, no true confirmation yet of the match. But again, as it looks like everyone is getting back to the lobby, it looks like we are just about good to go. Still currently waiting for that update. And you know, this is one of the things that is obviously a little more unfortunate when it comes to our league and dealing with this kind of stuff, is that this kind of stuff happens. It can happen at any time. You know, these kind of technical difficulties and stuff. So obviously, you know, we've dealt with it before. We kind of have to roll with the punches and figure things out. Creeping up to 8, though, man, I hope we get started sooner, or we might just have to see a forfeit, which obviously I know we don't want to see a forfeit, but we definitely need to get started soon. As if this game does go the length, we could see quite the extended time here. And if you guys excuse me for a second, I'm going to take a quick sip of my drink that we are not sponsored by, so I'm going to turn my back. No free promo here. No free promo. Just kidding. Just kidding. And honestly, to kind of give you guys a little bit of a real update, that this has been something that we've struggled with for Valorant a lot this season. Whether that be, you know, us having some technical issues, or someone on the other team, or you know, cheating allegations, or you know, misconduct allegations, and it's been a lot. It's been a lot for Valorant, and honestly, I feel bad. I feel bad for Coach Ben having to be the point of contact, having to deal with a lot of it. Obviously, I feel bad for Andrew, you know, being the boss. You know, he's got to deal with all of it, and then. Even though I don't pity myself, it is kind of tough for me up here as we have to deal with the all that fun stuff. So, and we are going to start the match here. And I don't know how much I actually talked about, but we are on split. Again, I already introduced everyone. I'll be calling them by their first names. So, with that, now we are loaded in. I will switch cameras for you. All right, everybody. Now, finally, after what seems like a decade of waiting, we are in lobby, in character selection screen. And right now, we have Ben on Breach, Will on Sova, Atlee on Omen, Owen on Yoru, and Ethan on ISO. And for the other team, we have OP Madness on Phoenix, Big Sleepy Wolf on Clove, Lebramov on Sage, Overload on Raze, and probably a house account for them on the Jet. So very interesting to see how it turns out, how we shape up. Currently watching Ethan's perspective. Of course, we will be switching around as the match goes on. And we heard from Coach Connor them playing a little bit more of aggressive. We're going to see the 2-1-2 split here. Be definitely interesting to see who goes where, and then kind of having the double smoke here. Originally, Coach Connor said double duelist, double initiator. Maybe he meant double duelist, double smoke. So, not completely surprised on the double smoke. We've seen it before from Coach Ben. Definitely a comp that that they have tried out and they've seemed to like, just depending on the map and the scenario. So, it does not surprise me that we've seen it again. Ethan currently holding down B site. And I forgot to turn the audio back on. And we see the flash there. I apologize for getting the audio. We see Ethan get one. Looks like we have some contact on B site. And we see Ethan get another. Ethan find a third. See if he can find an ace. Does get a couple shots on the Sage. Doesn't get the kill though. We're going to see the Sova drone from Will. Ethan's got to find that. Will picks it up. And Ethan getting the 4K. Wow, would have been really great from him to get the ace. Will kind of taking that one from him. But obviously some great teamwork and definitely a way that the Nitro team wants to start the game. Really setting the tone with a more aggressive style of play, not being afraid to take encounters. So we continue to see, looks like Ethan going to be holding a little bit of a rat spot this time. I'm actually going to turn audio down just a little bit more for you guys. I apologize. There we go. All right, we are still on Ethan. We see, looks like he sees the contact. He's going to back up and wait for his team here. We might see a little bit of a rotate. We're going to see the Euro TP. So Owen with him now in the support. We're going to hear the orb get picked up. No shots through the smoke yet. Owen firing some. We see a molly come out. The grenade, the raise grenade. And we see a couple Ethan getting one. Let's see if he can find another. We see a little bit of a flank coming through. Ethan finding one, but Ben getting taken out. Ethan finding another 3K.
One enemy remains.
Will, yet again, preventing the ace run. Let's see if he can find the 4K, though. Trying to find the Sage at all costs. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of a 3-man A push as we see Will on Sova kind of hunker down on B site just in case we see a
30 seconds
counter
left.
rotate. We do see the Sage wall, so we have to expect she's somewhere around.
Planted.
There is Spike down on A site. Atlee finding the Sage. Wow.
Good try.
What a great second round for this team as they continue to lock in.
You're better than us. I can tell.
Switching to Owen's perspective, let's see if he can find anything. It's like we're splitting up a little differently. Actually, we're gonna watch Atlee. They've been pushing B side a lot, so see if we can keep an eye on Atlee, see if he can find anyone.
Try not to die.
As we wait here for contact, Atlee playing a very safe position. Ethan not finding anyone, potentially seeing a rotate. Looks like we do have some contact A. We're going to switch to Will, see if he can find one. Doesn't get the ping on the wall hacks. Doesn't get the kill, does find one though. Owen finding two, Will finding two. Great teamwork from those two. Just a clove left, and Will cleaning it up for the 3K, excuse me. Man, and we have seen just the absolute handle of this team from Nitro so far. Looking at the scoreboard currently, only one kill coming out. So Nitro definitely got to feel good about themselves so far. Don't want to get over cocky though. Have to keep up this momentum.
They tired. We don't. Revealing
You see the Sage dart come out here, see if he can find anybody. And it doesn't, so maybe we expect a B site, but Will just finding someone anyway, and he gets spiked down. What a great kill from Will. Potentially split pushing here. No one anchoring B, but they do have spikes, so they can just sit and wait at this point. We're going to keep Will on perspective. Atlee finding one, Owen finding one as well. Unfortunately missing those kills. And as we see just the absolute control of the spike zone. Not being afraid just to hold it. Just sit different angles, watch each other's
One
backs.
enemy remaining.
Ben finding one as well. And we see the Sova dart detect the other. We see the wall hacks there. Potentially see a bit of a push here from Will. And Will maybe gets jump scared, but does find him. What a great kill from Will to not panic.
When we go out there, someone dies. Carry that weight.
decoy.
Will playing very well.
I'll destroy their sage.
as we continue to see them go on. Currently still watching Will. Let's switch back. Let's rotate here as we potentially find first contact. It looks like we see someone mid. We're going to find Ben here. Actually, Ethan finding one. So we kind of briefly peeked but missed that kill. Looks like we could have some contact on B site. Ethan going to shoot through the smoke a little bit. Not finding anyone. Holding a little bit of a cheeky angle here on this smoke. And as we see the smoke go away, wow, what a use of ability from Will there to distract the Clove so Ethan could clean up the kill. And Ethan on another 3K. Is this his ace round? All of us are hoping for it. We see the 4K. Can he find the ace? Are his teammates going to let him have it? We need to keep an eye out for Will. They do have contact with the Rays. Looks like they might be saving it for Ethan. He's going to rotate, see if he can come up on the rotate, and he does find the ace. Finally, after 3 potential rounds of having it, he finally gets one. Wow, what a great game. What a great round from Ethan. Ethan playing out of his mind the whole game. We've seen having 12 kills, 0 deaths. Wow. Everyone on Nitro playing out of their minds right now. And we talked about, with Coach Connor seeing this little bit more of aggressive comp, that it was going to challenge Nitro a little bit more, but them handling it phenomenally. Not being afraid to take these counters. We see Atlee on the op. Well, when you see someone on an op, you just got to watch them. Hoping Atlee here can find a couple good snipes. Looks like we might have some contact on A site, so we're going to switch to Owen here. We see the Phoenix wall. There, the decoy gets shot. Waiting for some teammates to come. Owen not being afraid to hold this little bit more of an aggressive position. His teammate's doing a very good job at limiting what they can do. We find Ben getting 2, 3. Oh my gosh, Ben playing out of his mind. Let's see if he can find another on the 4K. I missed it. Come on, Ben, get the ace as well. He got a couple of shots on him, but he didn't kill him. We see the ability usage. Oh no. And he does get the ace with the ability kill. Wow. Wow. 2 aces in back-to-back rounds. Oh my gosh. I'm lost for words. I cannot speak about how good Nitro is playing right now. Keeping an eye on Ben as he is the anchor holding down mid-site. Having no problem so far. As we see here, the peak. Not finding anyone quite yet. We do hear the Sova dart. We see the peak come through. It looks like we have some contact B site. Ethan finding another quick 2. See if Atlee's going to support him a little bit. We see the Sova ult come through. Atlee gets one with the op. He gets another with the op. Let's switch to Atlee. Let's see if he can find a third with the op. Ben going to find one as well.
One enemy remains.
Ben going to find a second. And Will going to clean it up. Wow. Taking another look at the scoreboard, everyone doing so well, playing their part, playing their roles. Just amazing gameplay from everybody so far. And honestly, this is the kind of gameplay that we hope to see and kind of expect to see from Nitro. As again, we talked about them being undefeated, wanting to take home that banner, trying their best to set the tone, not only for themselves, but the other team and every single other team in this division. We see Atlee on the op. He's been feeling good. He's confident. Let's see if he can find another. Ethan gonna find one. Ethan does take some shots. Doesn't get the kill though. Gets flash, but gets the kill through the flash. He finds 3. Ethan's on a 3K already. Could he have another ace? He finds the 4th, but unfortunately can't find the 5th. But they know where he's at. We're gonna see Owen come through. And Atlee gonna take the kill from him. But what a great snipe from Atlee. Loving the op right now. Atlee's got to be feeling good about his op abilities. Man, everyone just playing phenomenally, playing out of their minds. Currently watching Owen. And it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a unnormal kind of special guest caster, maybe interview, depending on how long he's up here. But Coach Connor, welcome back.
I'm back, yep. Team's feeling confident, so I wanted to give them the learning opportunity to kind of play just by themselves. No coaching, nothing.
Perfect. And one of the cool things that we can do here at Valhalla is, when our team is up and they're handling and feeling confident, we can give them those reins.
Yep.
One enemy remaining.
Wow, and we see Ethan and Atlee just playing phenomenally together, controlling this B site.
That was our plan, is to play very aggressive. If the team is playing slow, like how this enemy team is, play aggressive. If the enemy team is playing aggressive, that's when we're going to play our retake. But as you see, the enemy team is very passive, so we're just all in on aggression, catch them off guard.
And something that we talked about as we see Will getting the final one there is, the attack struggles. It was going to be interesting to see how Nitro handled that very attack-focused comp and handling it perfectly, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, yes, for sure. It kind of benefits us if the enemy team went also for attack-based, with them having 3 duelists and a smoke and sentinel. Their defense might be a little bit hard with the Sage, but outside of that Sage, their defense will be weak. So our whole kind of plan of attack here is figure out where that Sage is going to be playing and kind of punish the other side that doesn't have them.
Standing ahead.
We see the Sova Dart come out from Will there, not finding anybody. Oh, it looks like we see some contact mid. Ben doing a great job at finding him. Essentially see an A or a B push here. Looks like that is what's happening. Atlee finding one with the op. Ethan finding one. Can he find the second? Is going to find it. And finds the third. Wow.
He's feeling himself on the ISO. I said before the match, I said, what role do you want to play? He said, I'm playing ISO. And he seems to be living up to that.
Hey, and that's what we love to see. We love to see that, obviously not too much, but that unwavering confidence from our students. So I want to get your opinion, and I've talked about it a little bit, but not as much as I would like to have. But Atlee on the op has been playing phenomenally. How does his aim from Fortnite transfer over to his aim with the op in Valorant?
Yeah, so Fortnite is a very faster paced game than Valorant. You have to be very quick with your movement, especially in those build battles with the shotgun. Your flicks have to be very precise. Same with the op. Op, you're going to be holding angles, but if you see an opportunity, you might need to flick. You see here, he goes for the shot and he flicks. So that kind of benefits same aiming style as you would in Fortnite with a shotgun. And Atlee loves using
In the
shotguns.
half.
He also asked me if he could op this round. He's been really feeling it this game. I said, if we're up by 7 rounds, go for it. And as you can see, we have quite the lead.
Yes.
So
Up by
I gave
11.
him the A-OK for it. Looks like we might be going for 2 ops.
Yep.
Oh.
I don't know. He's thinking about it. He is thinking about it. And everyone playing phenomenally. From your perspective, obviously, as one of the coaches, is there anything that you're seeing that you're, obviously we can always get better, but anything that you're seeing that you're very clearly not pleased about?
We are being a little bit aggressive, a little too aggressive here on the defense side. I can kind of understand it with the amount of lead we have, but just try not to let it get to our heads. I'm hoping that's how you can throw these type of leads.
Yep.
You start taking the enemy not too serious, they catch you off guard, and then you get upset and tilted, and then you start losing.
Enemy remaining.
Yep, absolutely.
So I'm hoping we continue to play smart even though we have this lead. Like that.
And going into half, 12-0. I mean,
Switching sides.
I know I would love to see, probably speaking for you as well, I'd probably love to see just a win here and get out.
Oh, for sure, definitely. I would say having this nice decisive 13-0 will be really helpful, especially in like tiebreakers. I'm pretty sure the league, based off tiebreakers, goes off round differential. So having a 13-0 on our record will help us a lot.
Yup. And Okay, so currently getting an update that we're tied for first. Nitro's tied for first. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the tiebreaker for Valorant is round differential.
It is,
So-
yes.
So definitely something that they're hoping to clean up here.
Yeah, if we end this 13-0 here, it'd be phenomenal. Looks like we're facing a little aggression here.
Yup.
Ooh, 4-stack A or B. But luckily, we also decided to stack side.
And it looks like it's working out
enemy remaining.
for Nitro here. And it looks like we are going to see a clean 13-0 sweep. Don't want to jinx anything too yet.
So kind of what we did here, though, fortunately the Sage wasn't there on B to slow it down our fight, so we just take sight. And now their Sage is stuck in a very, very, very difficult situation.
Which, from my experience, it kind of surprises me. I feel like on this map you typically see Sage go B as she can hold down that kind of
So-
choke point.
There is that. I also see a lot of Sage played mid.
Okay.
You wall off that mid site. That way you can kind of forget about it. You don't have to worry about it. That is the round there.
Yes.
But yeah, you can kind of take away that mid worry with the wall, and you can help your team on B. Yeah, glad to see the team finish it out with a clean 13-0. And hopefully continue playing like that into playoffs.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, kind of complete domination as we take a look at the final scoreboard here. I mean, we got to shout him out. Ethan played out of his mind. 26-3, played phenomenal. And that's not taking discredit from anybody. They all played phenomenally.
So some of them even ending the game with 0 deaths.
Yes.
Like,
We
that is
see Owen and Atlee down there with 0 deaths. Just, I couldn't be more proud. I assume you feel the same way.
I said there's not much I can say. Like I said, just being a little bit too aggressive. We could have cut down on a few of the deaths we did have. But I mean, there's not much better you can do besides a 13-0.
Yeah, exactly. So now as we transition here into what would be post-game interviews, we already got to talk to you a little bit. So I assume that we will hopefully get to talk to Coach Ben, potentially a little bit as well, and get to talk to some of the players. So I don't know if you have anybody in mind or if Coach Ben has anybody in mind that you guys want to send up here. And it looks like we do have one already. It looks like it could be Ethan. So
All right.
thank you so much, and maybe we'll get to another chat later.
Possibly. All right.
Wow. The guy, the top performer, 26 kills. Ethan, talk to me a little bit about how you're feeling after that match.
It was a lot of fun.
Perfect. So talking to Coach Connor a little bit, we heard the confidence in the ISO pick, and I don't think, at least on stream and on recent recordings, we've seen you play ISO. So have you been playing ISO a lot at home?
Yeah,
Like,
at home the
wh-
last few weeks I've
Okay.
been mostly playing ISO.
Okay, perfect. So, and typically we see the duelist pick from you very normally. What do you do specifically that you work on at home that really keeps you in that duelist role and keeps you happy playing that style?
I just like being able to chase people down and go for the kill. I've definitely struggled with util usage, like with the different people I've played. So I'm working on that, and I've gotten a lot better at that with ISO, so that's why I'm playing them now.
Perfect. That makes total sense. And so obviously we see a bit of a domination here for you guys. What does that mean, not only for yourself, but for your team as we start to transition into the playoff picture? Just talk about yourself if you can't talk about your team.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I hope we don't go into the next few matches with too much confidence. That's definitely a concern.
Yup, absolutely, and definitely something that we talked to Coach Connor about, that overconfidence, and obviously, well, that's one of those things that we're gonna have to see how it comes day of, and all that stuff. So definitely keep that level-headed mind on yourself. And finally, here, kind of closing out the interview, what, if anything, really are you guys hoping to continue to improve on as we creep into playoffs?
Which angles I'm holding, I struggle with that a lot. Like, a lot of people will swing me easily, and I can't see them yet. So.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. If you want to talk to either Coach Ben or Coach Connor about sending one of your teammates up here for another interview, I would greatly appreciate it. But thank you so much for your time up here.
You're welcome.
Wow, it looks like we're going to get Ben up here as well. And here he comes, The Rock, doing an absolute phenomenal job. Ben, talk to me a little bit about how you're feeling after that match.
I'm feeling good.
So you having the maybe a little bit more of a harder, maybe a little riskier job of holding down mid, being there by yourself. What's going through your mind every round as you're holding down that mid?
Hoping someone doesn't peek me.
Hoping someone doesn't peek you. How come?
Because I'm afraid of long-range engagements. I'm not good at it.
Okay. So something, of course, that hoping to work on and get better at. Ben, how does it feel knowing that playing around a bunch of guys that you're able to trust so well to get the job done, as much as they can, and then being able to rotate to kind of help out in those closer engagements?
I think it's good.
And so we've seen some experience of you playing on Nitro and you playing on Smite. What is it like going from the two different, not only experience levels, but the two different kinds of play styles, where we see Smite maybe be a little more passive, being able to hold a little better, and then you guys, especially tonight, being much more aggressive and being able to play that style?
It's a lot different between the two teams. Whenever I play on the Smite, I always bottom frag because they play a lot more aggressively and their aim is a lot better than mine. When I'm playing on Nitro, I play a lot better because I'm playing with people at my skill level. And we play a lot more passive because we know that we can win.
And finally, Ben, talk to me a little bit about, if anything, what are you guys or yourself individually hoping to improve on as you creep into playoffs here?
Probably my aim, mostly my aim. We really need to work on it.
Perfect. Well, that is going to do it for us. So I will let you go celebrate with your team. Great match, and thank you so much for your time up here. I don't know if Coach Ben has anyone else scheduled or if it's time for him. So just talk to him but again, thank you. And looks like it is going to be him. And all I could say is, cue his music. Here he comes, the man.
Hey, my music, ladies and gentlemen.
Coach Ben.
How are we doing tonight, everybody?
I'm feeling great, Coach Ben, but more importantly, how are you feeling after that
I
dominant
feel
match?
phenomenal. That was probably the best Valorant I've seen this team play all season. This was just a absolute dominant game that we played. I could not be more proud.
So we talked to Coach Connor a little bit before and a little bit during the match about this more aggressive play style and comp that we were going to see from them tonight. What's going through your mind? How are you feeling confident in their abilities to kind of hold out and play this style?
Yeah, for sure. When I was talking to the kids before the matches today, we determined the map and everything like that and our side picks. I wanted to go with a more unique comp. I kind of wanted to get the kids, kind of more flexible with who they pick and stuff. So I figured, with us playing defense first, even though we don't have such a strong defense comp, how can we play under that circumstance? And shout out to Coach Connor for building such a strong composition and a lot of strategy behind, the plays that we did tonight, because as you saw, it was an unstoppable strategy.
Of course. And, so now looking at playoff picture, not only for Nitro, but for Smite as well, we see both teams feeling good, coming down with, big victories, whether it be last week or this week or, whatever it may be. How does it feel going into playoffs, knowing that I'm pretty sure you're top, you're the number one seed in both, or at least very close to that top seed?
Yes. It feels great, and I think it's going to be very crucial for us. At the start of the season, I said the main goal is top two. The main goal is top two. First place, even better. Just because of that crucial bye round that you're going to get in the playoffs, that's going to give us the advantage that we need to, take a week where, we don't compete, but we are building strategy and we are perfecting that strategy when we go into playoffs. Because it's going to be so crucial that we have a game plan going into playoffs, because a team that we go up against is going to have that week prior that they did play, where we might not have played. So it's going to be very crucial we come up with something good and something smart that's going to push us forward to grand finals.
Yep. And finally here, as we kind of close it out, what are you guys going to continue to work on from both sides, from Nitro and Smite? What are we going to continue to clean up as we creep into the playoffs?
For sure. For starters, just obviously remembering the plays, remembering the strategies. We did a great job kind of instilling it into the kids' heads this week. Now we need to make sure we carry that strategy forward, especially with our IGLs on both teams. We have Evie, we have Will. great IGLs for both of our teams. Now she's going to be making sure we instill that into their head and we can work with the other teammates to, keep on par with the strategies. And the next thing is the biggest thing is going to be mental. Making sure that, if things start to slow down, like how we saw last week with Smite, having that 10-2 lead going to the next half, we start slowing down. Make sure that even though if that happens, our mental is still good and we can bounce back. So those are going to be the two biggest things kind of moving forward into next week. And after that, hopefully after that, we just go into a more mechanical state.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time up here. That is going to do it. So if you want to step away and celebrate with your team, of course, but I'm going to close us out. So thank you again. And again, everybody, thank you guys so much for tuning in. That is going to do it from us here at Valhalla Camp Hill. Obviously, I'm not totally sure about next week with it being Thanksgiving, and I might very briefly get an update on that. But as far as I am aware, continue to stay aware of the schedule that we now should have posted to our Twitch page of when we will be live streaming. And assuming that we are here, and again, I'm okay, so as I just got the live update, so none of the teams will be competing, but we will be in here except for Thursday. So Thursday will be closed. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy early Thanksgiving, everybody, of course. But as we kind of talk about what we're going to do and potentially might have some streams and might have some other stuff, we'll kind of figure that out. So, again, keep an eye on Twitch. Keep an eye out on the socials. And I hope you guys enjoyed the match, even with all the delays and everything. From myself, Coach Christian, and from everybody here at Valhalla, thank you guys all so much. And we will see you guys potentially next week, if not back the first week of December for some playoff positions. Thank you guys so much. Goodbye. Good night, everyone.